Hello everyone. This video is meant to help you better understand the assignment sheet for our first formal essay, the Consumer Artifact Analysis essay. So here we are looking at this assignment sheet, and the first thing that we want to notice is the basic description for the assignment. So I'm just going to go ahead and read this out loud, and then we can talk about it a little bit more. The United States has a consumer-driven economy. As such, American culture has been and continues to be deeply influenced by the things we buy. These artifacts of consumption have gone beyond simply performing a function or satisfying a need. They both reflect and influence what we do, what we think, and who we are as individuals, as members of communities, and as a society. In their essay, Consuming Passions, The Culture of American Consumption, Masick and Solomon state that, quote, our possessions aren't simply objects, they're signs, from the out-and-out status symbols whose purpose is to convey your place in the social hierarchy, to the clothes you wear, the music you listen to, and even the smartphone you choose to buy, all of which convey to others what sort of person you are and what your values may be. As such, these artifacts of consumption are full of cultural significance, just waiting to be analyzed. So again, this sets up the context for this first formal essay assignment. And again, it's really what we've been exploring and we'll continue to explore here in the first unit of the class. Now, to go on, for this first formal assignment, you will write a thesis-driven essay that focuses on persuading your audience of the social or cultural significance of a consumer artifact within American popular culture. This consumer artifact must be a physical or digital object that someone can buy. So again, you can consume it, right? You're a consumer and you buy the object. So this is what we mean by a consumer artifact. So again, you can choose any object that you would buy, either physical or even digital. More on that in another video. The semiotic method, which we discussed last week and we will continue to discuss going forward, will be a useful tool to find the cultural significance of your artifact. By placing your artifact within a system of other signs, you can determine what meaning your artifact has within that system. In other words, for example, if you are, say, choosing a car, a particular brand of car, and you want to know its cultural significance, what it means, what it means in terms of going beyond function, going from point A to point B. Instead, we're talking about, well, when someone drives this car, what does it say about who they are, their identity? What does it say about the values that they have? So if, for example, you drive a Subaru Outback like I do, when I'm driving around town and other people see me in that car, what might they think about who I am just by the fact that I'm driving a Subaru Outback as opposed to, say, a Mercedes-Benz or a Ford truck? So again, we place the Subaru within the system of like signs, so other cars, and we ask ourselves, again, when we compare and contrast it to others, what does it say about that particular artifact or sign in this case? In reading Popular Signs, Everything You Always Knew About American Culture, but Nobody Asked, and Consuming Passions, The Culture of American Consumption, we can see how an astute analysis of such an artifact can lead us from an object's denotation, its function, to its connotation, its cultural meaning. Such an analysis can tell us something about ourselves, our communities, and American society. So again, that's what we're up to for this assignment. We are going to be picking a consumer artifact and we're going to be analyzing it for its cultural significance using the semiotic method as well as other methods to find that significance. So here at the beginning of the writing process, some other important pieces of information that we should point out. The first one is the length of the paper. So we're looking to write a 1,400 to 1,800 word essay, 1,400 being the minimum word count for this assignment. So the final draft of this essay has to be over 1,400 words in order to qualify for a passing grade. And even though we do have a maximum here of 1,800, there is no hard maximum. You can go above 1,800 words and there will be no penalty. but you do have to get over 1,400 words for this assignment. Have to reach that minimum word count. All right, so the next piece of information we want to focus on are the due dates. We'll have 2 due dates for this assignment, a rough draft deadline, and then a week later, a final draft deadline. So you will be asked to submit a rough draft of this assignment, and then a week later, a final draft. So these are our 2 deadlines. And notice that they're pretty far away. 20 days away for the rough draft means that we've got plenty of time to work on this assignment. Which also means, if we take a look down here to the writing process section, that we'll be moving through a series of discrete steps throughout these several weeks as we look to take advantage of the writing process. In other words, breaking up this rather large task into smaller, more manageable pieces. And so every week I'll be asking you to do something having to do with the formal essay, to complete some step of the writing process. And if you commit to it, you do that step during the week, then again, you're on target and on track to make this assignment easier overall, and hopefully by the end, have a better paper for it. So for example, this week, here we are understanding the assignment, and then also we'll be making a topic list as the first step of our process here after we go through the assignment sheet. And then next week, we'll go ahead and choose a topic. We'll do some further thinking about our topic through pre-writing as we head towards understanding its cultural significance. The following week, we'll then move into constructing an informal outline and then finally drafting that rough draft. And then the final week of this process, we'll be revising, editing, formatting, and submitting the final draft of the essay. Okay, so I just want to go back to this section real quick one more time. So like it says here, you are allowed to choose any consumer artifact for your topic. Again, it could be either physical or digital. We just have to be able to buy it. And there will be more on this in the first step of the writing process, making a topic list, and there will also be a video accompanying that. So take a look at that page for more on how to go about exploring potential topics and what kind of topics make for good topics for this assignment. So the other piece of information I just want to point out here in this introduction to the assignment is that not only will you be analyzing your consumer artifact, and you will be using your own personal knowledge and personal experiences to help support your ideas, to help demonstrate that it is significant in the ways that you present. You're also going to be asked to bring in at least 3 outside sources into your essay. In other words, other voices that will help support your ideas and add further credibility to those ideas. We'll talk more about this as we go along, but we'll be using our library guide to help us out. And also notice that not only do you need to have 3 outside sources, but one of them must be from an NPC library database. Again, more on this later, but I wanted to point this fact out. And so what you'll be doing is using these sources along with your personal experiences to support ideas, and those ideas are going to be supporting a single thesis statement. That thesis statement will be the focus of the overall essay and will present the cultural and social significance of the artifact that you chose. Again, more on this a little bit later in the process. And then further down, the assignment sheet just has some requirements for the rough draft deadline, the formatting for the assignment based on the Modern Language Association formatting system that we're using. And we'll be using that for our citation system as well, but again, more on that at a later date. And then also some of the requirements for the final draft. But again, the final draft is not due until March 3rd, basically a month from today. So some of this stuff we'll be covering in more detail in later weeks. This week, it really is all about wrapping your head around this assignment and starting the writing process by making a topic list. And again, there's a page just after this one that looks like this that will help you with this step of the process. And as I mentioned in my past video, there's also a video to help you with this. All right, so that's it for this video. If you have any questions or concerns about this first formal writing assignment, be sure to reach out through the inbox. And again, just remember to to commit to the steps of the writing process per week. So in other words, when the assignment asks you to make a topic list, make the topic list, but don't go any further. Resist the temptation of getting too far ahead in the writing process. Allow the writing process to unfold as it's meant to. I've got a lot of instructions and resources for each step of the process. So again, just commit to that step of the process for the week that we're in. All right, everyone, good luck, and I'll see you in the next video.